The really unique thing about the program Inkscape is that it deals with a special kind of image called a scalable vector graphic, or as you can see here, .svg. And so it's pretty crucial to understand the difference between a vector graphic and a pixel graphic if you're going to get the full use out of this program. And so just to give you an example, I've opened up an image called vectorpenguin.svg. And as you can see here, we are at 100% zoom level. So this is a really tiny little image. It's probably not much bigger than a postage stamp. I have the exact same image open up in a pixel version over here in GIMP. So here we see pixelpenguin.png. And just to show you why a vector graphic can be so useful, what I'm just going to do is I'm going to increase the size of my canvas in GIMP by going image canvas size. And if we set this to millimeters, let's say I wanted to put this on a sort of poster board that's going to be about 1 meter tall. I can change the height to 1000 millimeters, and the chain icon is on, so the width will change accordingly, and I click resize. So I can move this towards the middle, and if I right click and go to the view menu, under zoom I can choose fit image in window. So this shows us our 1 meter tall board. And as you can see, this image is absolutely tiny. And what you can now do is get the scale tool, which is going to scale a layer. So I click this layer, and I can begin dragging. We start dragging this out. And this is going to give you a good idea of where pixel type images can fall short. So once this image has finished scaling, what you'll see is that the results are absolutely horrific. So there's no ways that you could put this on a big poster board in a classroom. And this is one of the most frustrating things about trying to find images for your work, because you find a great image, but then you always find that the size is way too small, and this is absolutely useless to you. If, on the other hand, I go back to Inkscape, we have the exact same image and it's the same size. I can now go File, Document Properties. And again, I'm going to change this to millimeters. And I'm going to change the height to 1000. And I'm also going to change the width to 1000. And I'm going to close out of there. And so here again, you can see that if we zoom right out to something like 20%, or perhaps even lower to something like 5. Let's make it a nice even 10. Okay, so here we can see again, we've got this big meter poster board and this tiny little postcard post stamp size object in the bottom corner. If I now go Control A to select all, and then I begin dragging here, just drag that, and then move this penguin into place over there. I can click off there, and if I now zoom in to 100%, so now we're only at 40, okay, going down to something like 113 or 100, as you can see, you get absolutely pixel perfect detail no matter what the size is. So bear in mind, we just resized this object by probably about 100 times. And the results are absolutely perfect. So scalable vector graphics are an incredibly useful tool, because once you've found a graphic that works, the size is not something that you need to worry about at all.